On one side, a mighty king who claimed to be God himself. On the other, a simple shepherd, holding only a staff. What will happen when these two confront each other? What will happen when that staff turns into a terrifying serpent, shaking the entire royal court? In today's video, we will return to that unforgettable chapter of history, where the ultimate battle between faith and arrogance took place. You will learn how the sea parted to create a path and how that arrogant king met his watery grave. Let's begin. Dear viewers, in today's video, you will learn how Prophet Musa alayhi salam turned his staff into a snake in Pharaoh's court and what Pharaoh said upon seeing it. You will also see in detail how Prophet Musa alayhi salam crossed the sea with the children of Israel and how Pharaoh and his army drowned in that sea. Watch the full video to see the historic event unfold before your eyes. Once Prophet Musa alayhi salam set out from Madian towards Egypt with his wife, family, belongings and servants. After traveling some distance as he neared Mount Tur, the day ended and night fell. Prophet Musa alayhi salam then pitched a tent to spend the night there. Mount Tur was located nearby. At this time, Prophet Musa alayhi salam's wife, Sapphira, was pregnant, and as fate would have it, her labor pains began that very day. After evening, she gave birth to a son. Gradually, the night became incredibly harsh for them. Dark clouds covered everything, and soon heavy rain and strong winds began. Prophet Musa alayhi salam's wife Sapphira shivered in the cold air. Meanwhile, there was no fire in the tent. Prophet Musa alayhi salam had flint stones with him, with which he tried to light a fire repeatedly. But every attempt failed. The night was getting deeper, and the darkness was thickening. The wind's chill grew more intense. His wife Sapphira was extremely tired, with the newborn child on her chest. At that moment, a fire was essential to dispel the darkness and provide some warmth for his wife. But there was no settlement nearby from where he could ask for fire. On that lonely, stormy night, Prophet Musa alayhi salam was lost in deep worry. Just then, he looked up towards Mount Tur. Suddenly, he saw something like a fire burning in the distance on the mountainside. He turned to his companions and said, "Wait here. I have seen a sign of fire at a place ahead. Let me see if I can bring some fire from there. If I can bring some, we can warm ourselves with it. And perhaps I will find someone there from whom I can learn the right path." After saying this, Prophet Musa alayhi salam slowly and fearlessly walked towards that mysterious light. His eyes were looking for fire, but destiny had in store for him the ultimate source of light, a great call from Allah, the Lord of the worlds. When he reached the peak of Mount Tur, his heart suddenly trembled with a divine feeling. An unseen revelation descended upon him from Allah, the Lord of the worlds. "O Musa, I am your Lord, therefore take off your shoes. You have surely arrived in the sacred valley of Tuwa. I have chosen you. I have selected you from among the common people to make you a prophet. Therefore listen carefully to the revelation that is now being sent to you. The revelation is this: I am Allah. There is no deity other than me, so worship only me and establish prayer for my remembrance." At this great moment, Prophet Musa alayhi salam was holding a staff given to him by his father-in-law, Prophet Shu'aib alayhi salam. Allah, the Lord of the worlds, then asked, "O Musa, what is that in your hand?" Prophet Musa alayhi salam humbly replied, "This is my staff. I lean on it while walking, and I use it to shake leaves from trees for my goats to eat. I also do many other necessary things with this staff." Then Allah, the Lord of the worlds, said, "O Musa, throw your staff on the ground." Following Allah's command, Prophet Musa alayhi salam threw the staff on the ground. Instantly it turned into a huge serpent. Seeing this, Prophet Musa alayhi salam became terrified. Then Allah, the Lord of the world, said, "O Musa, do not be afraid. Pick up your staff." As commanded by Allah, Prophet Musa alayhi salam reached out to grab the snake. As soon as he touched its body, it turned back into a staff, just as before. Then Allah said, "O Musa, you have been given this one miracle. Whenever you throw this staff on the ground, it will turn into a serpent. And whenever you pick it up, it will return to its form as a staff. Allah, the Lord of the worlds, then told Prophet Musa alayhi salam, "O Musa, Place your right hand under your armpit and then bring it out. Prophet Musa alayhi salam did so. Immediately, a bright white light began to radiate from his blessed hand. Eldon, the Lord of the worlds, said again, "Now place your hand under your armpit once more." He did so. As soon as he placed his hand under his armpit, the emission of light stopped. Then a revelation came to him from Allah, the Lord of the worlds. "O Musa, these 2 miracles I have granted you will help you in all your responsibilities. No obstacle will be able to stand in your way. Your staff and the bright light from your hand will act as your strength and help in every situation. From today, I have bestowed upon you the great honor of prophethood. Therefore, from now on, identify yourself as my sent messenger and preach my true religion among the people." Then Allah said, "Listen, Pharaoh has transgressed all limits. He has claimed to be God. He has even denied my very existence. He's forcing people to worship him through his power. My command to you is that you go to Pharaoh's court, present the call of my true and straight religion to him, and make him understand that his claim to be God is unjust and illogical. Repeatedly call him to repent for his correction and to return to the right path." Upon receiving this command from Allah, Prophet Musa alayhi salam humbly pleaded, "O my Lord, my wife, children, family, and all my possessions are left behind me. Who will take care of them? And how can I, being alone, appear in the court of such a powerful emperor like Pharaoh? Especially since when I left Egypt, I had unintentionally killed a Copt who was Pharaoh's cook. If they find me now, they will kill me instantly. This fear lessens my courage to go to him. Therefore, O Allah, I pray to you to appoint my brother Harun as my helper. Grant him prophethood as well. He is skilled in knowledge and wisdom, and is more eloquent in speech than I, and expand my chest for me. Increase my knowledge and patience so that I can fulfill your responsibility properly, and remove the weakness in my speech." Eldon, the Lord of the worlds, responded to his prayer saying, "O Musa, I've accepted all the prayers you have made. Your brother Harun has been granted prophethood. And do not worry about your wife, children, and possessions. I myself will arrange for their protection, following the command of Allah, the Lord of the worlds." Prophet Musa alayhi salam descended from Mount Tur and set out for Egypt. Upon reaching Egypt, he first met his parents, sister and elder brother, Prophet Harun alayhi salam. He informed Prophet Harun alayhi salam, "O my brother, Eldon, the Lord of the worlds, has granted you prophethood and chosen you as my helper. And he has commanded us to go to the court of the arrogant Pharaoh and invite him to the path of Allah." Then the 2 brothers set out together for Pharaoh's court. In front of Pharaoh's palace were many date palm trees. Pharaoh used to tie tigers and lions to those trees so that no enemy could enter his palace. But by the grace of Allah, the Lord of the worlds, when Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Prophet Harun alayhi salam reached the gate, not only did the tigers and lions not attack them, but they bowed their heads and offered salutations and greetings to the prophets. Then the 2 brothers went to the palace gate and told the guards, "We are 2 messengers sent by Allah. Deliver a message to your king Pharaoh and tell him to meet us or take us directly to him." Hearing this, the guards said, "Have you both lost your minds, or are you mad? Our king himself is a god. From which god have you brought an invitation for him? Get away from here now." The guards tried to send them away with various taunts and scornful words, but when they saw the serious and intimidating expressions on their faces, they were forced to take them to Pharaoh. When the prophets appeared in Pharaoh's court, Pharaoh looked at Prophet Musa alayhi salam and said, "O Musa, did I not raise you like a son? You were under my protection for many years. What did I get in return from you? You killed my cook and ran away. You are a completely ungrateful person." Prophet Musa alayhi salam replied, "O Pharaoh, what you have said is true. I was under your protection for a long time, but at that time I was a completely ignorant and short-sighted person. So I left Egypt out of fear of you. But now my Lord has sent me to you as his messenger." Pharaoh then said, "Who is this Lord of yours who has sent you as a messenger and a prophet?" "Is Prophet Musa," alayhi salam replied, "He is that great, being who is the creator and sustainer of the heavens, the earth, and everything in between. He has sent me to you as a messenger." Hearing this, Pharaoh looked at his courtiers and said, "Did you hear what he wants to say? He is claiming that he has come from some lord. He even claims that he is wiser than your forefathers. I think he has surely gone mad. He has a problem with his brain." Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, "I am not mad at all. Rather, the creator of the entire universe, Allah, the Lord of the An, has sent me to you as his messenger." Pharaoh said, "O Musa, if you try to present someone else as a lord besides me without proper proof, and if you fail to provide that proof, I will surely imprison you and give you such a punishment that it will become an example for the world." Prophet Musa alayhi salam replied, "O Pharaoh, abandon your arrogant words. You are claiming to be a god out of ignorance. Retreat from this claim. You are a creation, so you can never be God. O members of Pharaoh's court, Allah has sent me to you as his messenger to preach the true and pure religion. Therefore, O Pharaoh, acknowledge that there is no God but Allah, and Musa is the one who spoke with Allah. La ilaha illallah, Musa kalimullah." Pharaoh said, "If I recite this declaration, what reward will I get from your Allah?" Prophet Musa alayhi salam replied, "If you recite this declaration with sincere belief in your heart and have faith in Allah, then Allah, the Lord of the worlds, will grant you 3 great rewards. He will give you eternal youth, dominion over the entire world, and a long life. And an even greater reward is that on the day of judgment, you will enter paradise without any accountability." Allah had instructed Prophet Musa alayhi salam to speak to Pharaoh in a gentle manner. That is why Prophet Musa alayhi salam spoke to him in a soft and kind tone. Plea, Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, "O Pharaoh, think deeply about the declaration I have invited you to." After saying this, Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Prophet Harun alayhi salam took their leave. After Prophet Musa alayhi salam left, Pharaoh looked at his minister Haman and said, "Haman, you heard what Musa said. Now tell me, what should I do?" Haman replied, "Your Majesty, for a long time you have been claiming to be a god. Apart from the children of Israel, almost everyone in the kingdom has accepted you as a god and worships you. Now if you suddenly abandon this claim of godhood and accept Musa's God as God, the people will laugh at you and mock you. Then you will have no importance in the kingdom, and all your honor and dignity will be lost. Therefore my advice is that you should not, under any circumstances, be tempted by Musa's words and sacrifice your dignity to believe in his God." Pharaoh's mind was pleased with Minister Haman's words, and he once again became as rigid as before. The next day, Prophet Musa alayhi salam and his brother, Prophet Harun alayhi salam, appeared in Pharaoh's court. Then Pharaoh addressed Prophet Musa alayhi salam, saying, "O Musa, what proof do you have of your God? You say that your Lord is Allah, so what evidence do you have as a messenger sent from him?" His Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, "If I present to you evidence that you can see with your own eyes, will you then believe in Allah?" Pharaoh said, "If you are truthful, then present that proof. After that, I will think about it." Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam threw the staff in his hand onto the ground. Instantly it transformed into a huge serpent and, with its hood raised, began to move swiftly towards Pharaoh's throne. Seeing this, Pharaoh started trembling in fear and said, "O Musa, did you come to call me to your religion or to take my life?" Prophet Musa alayhi salam replied, "I have not come to kill you. Rather, I have come to invite you to the path of Allah's oneness." He then touched the snake, and it immediately turned back into a staff. Pharaoh felt some relief and sat back on his throne. After that, Prophet Musa alayhi salam placed his hand under his armpit and brought it out again. A divine white light began to radiate from his blessed hand. It was such a light that its brilliance outshone the sun's brightness. If that light fell on anyone's eyes, they were on the verge of being blinded. Pharaoh cried out, "O Musa, please extinguish this light or we will all go blind." Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam placed his blessed hand under his armpit again, and the light immediately vanished. Seeing these miracles, the light of faith began to dawn in Pharaoh's heart. He intended to believe in Allah, the Lord of the worlds. But then his chief minister, Haman, warned him, "Your Majesty, Musa is a skilled magician. Do not be deceived by his tricks. In your kingdom, there are magicians as great as, and even greater than Musa. If we wish, we can defeat Musa with them." Haman's words restored Pharaoh's courage, and his decision changed. He then said to Prophet Musa alayhi salam, "O Musa, there are many magicians like you in my kingdom. If you can defeat them, then I will believe in your Lord." Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, "So be it. You tell me when my competition with your magicians will take place." Pharaoh said, "We have a festival day coming up when many people will gather. On that day, my magicians will compete with you." Prophet Musa alayhi salam agreed, saying, "Very well, that day shall be our competition." After saying this, Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Prophet Harun alayhi salam left Pharaoh's court. After this, Pharaoh sent people all over the country to gather magicians. Within a few days, 4,000 skilled magicians gathered in the capital. Pharaoh thought that he could surely defeat Musa through these magicians. Then, addressing the magicians, Pharaoh said, "O magicians, I have nurtured you for nearly 300 years, but I have never called upon you for any personal need. Today, a grave danger has befallen me. Therefore, it is extremely important for me to overcome this danger. You all must try with all your might so that I may be saved. Surely you have heard of Musa. He is a great magician, but I believe his tricks are nothing in front of your magic. If you can defeat him, I will give you a reward that you have never even imagined." The magicians said in unison, "Your Majesty, do not worry. Musa's magic is nothing before our skills. We will definitely defeat him. Rest assured, success will be yours." On the appointed date, Pharaoh's chosen. 4,000 magicians gathered in a vast and spacious field. People from all walks of life were present in that field. Everyone came to see who would win and who would lose. The field was buzzing with the crowd of thousands of people. At that moment, Prophet Musa alayhi salam entered the field with his staff in hand. Pharaoh, his prime minister Haman, and other members of the court were already seated on their thrones. Prophet Musa alayhi salam and the magicians stood face to face. The magicians then said, "O Musa, will you show your trick first, or shall we display our magic first?" Prophet Musa alayhi salam replied, "You begin first." Then the magicians placed some ropes and staffs on the ground. With a little movement, they transformed into countless snakes and scorpions. Those snakes and scorpions started scurrying all over the field. The spectators screamed in terror. Some tried to flee, while others stood frozen in fear. The magicians, proud of their magic, said, "O Musa, why are you silent? Are you scared after seeing our magic? Now show us your trick." Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, "Bismillah," in the name of Allah, and threw his staff on the ground. Instantly, the staff turned into a massive serpent and began to swallow the snakes and scorpions created by the magicians that were scattered all around. One by one, it consumed all the false magic and cleared the entire field. The field became completely silent. Then the magicians created even more terrifying and deadly snakes and released them into the field. But the serpent of Prophet Musa alayhi salam began to swallow them one by one. Seeing this incredible sight, the magicians were bewildered. They had nothing left to do. The serpent's hunger seemed endless. Now it took on an even more aggressive and fearsome form. Finding no more food, the serpent charged straight towards Pharaoh. Seeing this, Pharaoh jumped from his throne in fear and started running towards the palace. To save his life, the thousands of spectators present in the field began to scream in terror and run in whichever direction they could. Panic and chaos spread everywhere. At that very moment, a command came from Allah to Prophet Musa alayhi salam. "O Musa, pick up your staff again, or this serpent will swallow all the people." Receiving Allah's command, Prophet Musa alayhi salam stroked the serpent's body. Instantly, it transformed back into an ordinary staff as before. The magicians, seeing this scene, were lost in an ocean of thought. They understood that what Prophet Musa alayhi salam had shown was not magic, because they had profound knowledge and experience in the art of magic. They clearly realized that this was not a human trick but a manifestation of a heavenly power. They became certain that Prophet Musa alayhi salam was indeed a prophet sent by Allah. Then their hearts changed. They all believed in Allah and fell into prostration. Seeing them, many common people also accepted the religion of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. When Pharaoh saw that the magicians had accepted the religion of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, he erupted in anger. He shouted at the magicians, "O treacherous magicians, how did you believe in Musa's God before I gave you permission? As punishment for this crime, I will cut off your hands and feet. Then I will crucify you on the trunks of palm trees. Then you will understand how severe and terrible my punishment is." And the magician said, "O Pharaoh, from the proof we have received of the God of Prophet Musa alayhi salam and how we have come to know him, we cannot give you precedence over him in any way. Now you can do whatever you wish, but it is true that you can only punish us in this world. In the hereafter, you cannot harm us in the slightest." Hearing such words from them, Pharaoh ordered his executioners, "Cut off one hand and one foot of these magicians and crucify them." The executioners carried out the royal command. Blood flowed from the magicians' bodies, but their hearts were full of faith. Until their last breath they said, "We have believed in Allah. We will never abandon this faith. We are returning to our Lord. We hope that he will forgive our sins." After this incident, Prophet Musa alayhi salam said to Pharaoh, "O Pharaoh, will you still not believe in Allah, the Lord of the worlds? Before the wrath of Allah descends upon you, believe in him and recite, 'There is no God but Allah.' And Musa is the one who spoke with Allah. La ilaha illallah. Musa kalimullah." But Pharaoh did not listen to any of Prophet Musa alayhi salam's words. Instead, he became even more arrogant than before. When Pharaoh and his people refused to believe, despite seeing clear signs of Allah's oneness, Allah began to send down punishments and calamities upon them one after another. He sent upon them floods and heavy rains, locusts, lice, frogs, and terrible disasters, like the turning of all water in the land into blood. Each punishment was a warning for them. Whenever these calamities befell them, they would run to Prophet Musa alayhi salam and plead, "O Musa, pray to your Lord for us. If he removes this trouble from us, we will surely believe in him." Prophet Musa alayhi salam would pray, and by Allah's mercy, the trouble would pass. But unfortunately, as soon as the hardship was over, Pharaoh's people would return to their disobedience as before. They would not believe. In this way, for about 12 years, Allah sent various kinds of punishments and calamities upon them. But they learned no lesson. Finally, Allah, the Lord of the worlds, became very displeased and angry with them and commanded Prophet Musa alayhi salam, "O Musa, take the children of Israel and secretly leave Egypt on a certain night, so that the Copts do not find out. When you reach the seashore, strike the water of the sea with your staff, and then the seawater will dry up, creating a road. You will be able to cross safely through that path." Prophet Musa alayhi salam, upon receiving this command from Allah, prepared the children of Israel. When the night fell with the light of the moon, he began his journey with them. It is narrated that there was a lunar eclipse that night. So the night was somewhat dark, and they took this opportunity to leave secretly. While traveling, they came to an unknown place that no one recognized. Prophet Musa alayhi salam asked his companions, "Does anyone know the identity of this place?" Then a group of scholars from the children of Israel said, "There is a special secret to our arrival on this path. It is to fulfill a final wish of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. At the time of his passing, he had made a promise to Allah, 'O Allah, when the children of Israel leave Egypt, let my body, along with its coffin, be taken to Palestine.'" Hearing this, Prophet Musa alayhi salam asked, "Then who is there who knows the exact location of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam's grave?" The people said, "O Prophet of Allah, among us, there is only one old woman who knows about this." Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam called the old woman and said, "O old woman, we want to know from you, where is the grave of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam?" The old woman then said, "O Prophet of Allah, I will not inform you about the grave of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam until you make a decision about me." Prophet Musa alayhi salam, not understanding the old woman's words, asked, "O old woman, what do you mean by a decision about you?" The old woman then said, "O Prophet of Allah, I want to be with you in paradise. If you can give me this promise, then I will show you the grave of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam." But Prophet Musa alayhi salam could not make such a decision on his own, so he became helpless. Then a revelation came from Allah, the Lord of the worlds. "O Musa, you can give this promise to the old woman." Receiving the command from Allah, the Lord of the worlds, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, gave the promise to the old woman. Then the old woman took him to a well and said, "O Prophet of Allah, drain all the water from this well. The blessed grave of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam is under this well." As per the old woman's words, the water of the well was drained. Then it was seen that the blessed body of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam was buried in a coffin. The coffin was then lifted up, and carrying the coffin with the body, Prophet Musa alayhi salam continued on the path with the children of Israel. During their journey, so much light emanated from the body that it was like the radiance of the sun. Prophet Musa alayhi salam proceeded with the children of Israel towards the Red Sea. In the morning, the Copts went to the houses of the children of Israel and saw that none of them could be found. They then realized that the children of Israel had left Egypt. They quickly delivered this news to Pharaoh. Upon hearing the news, Pharaoh became furious. He incited excitement among the people present in his army, saying, "Look, the children of Israel have deceived us. They have secretly fled. This is a great insult to us. Now it is our duty to capture them and give them a severe punishment." Then Pharaoh issued a loud command, "Prepare all my soldiers and get ready with weapons and armor. Set out immediately. We will catch the children of Israel and bring them back." At Pharaoh's command, his forces quickly took up arms and assembled at the designated place, as per the royal order. Then Pharaoh, with a huge army, began to pursue Prophet Musa alayhi salam and the children of Israel. His army was moving at a very high speed. The thought of even a moment's rest did not cross their minds, because they knew that if they stopped once, their prey would escape, and they did not want to let the children of Israel slip away at any cost. Meanwhile, Prophet Musa alayhi salam had reached the shore of the Red Sea with the children of Israel. The children of Israel looked back and saw Pharaoh approaching them with a huge army like a swarm of locusts. The scene was extremely terrifying and dreadful. In this situation, a shadow of extreme despair and panic fell upon the hearts of the children of Israel. They began to think that their death was now inevitable. They had left Egypt hoping to be free from Pharaoh's oppression, but today, that same Pharaoh was advancing with all his might to destroy them. The situation at that moment was extremely dire and critical. In front of them was the vast, turbulent Red Sea, and behind them, Pharaoh and his army of hundreds of thousands were closing in. There was no way to escape. In this helpless moment, the children of Israel were plunged into extreme despair. They said to Prophet Musa alayhi salam with trembling voices, "O Musa, we are trapped now. Although Pharaoh and his people oppressed us, at least they let us live. But today, they will completely destroy us. If anyone survives, they will be enslaved forever." In this tragic situation, Prophet Musa alayhi salam was completely calm and patient, because he knew that whatever he was doing was according to Allah's command. He had full faith that the great Allah, who had given him this responsibility, would surely show him a way out of this crisis. Therefore he firmly said to the children of Israel, "O my people, do not be afraid. Surely our Lord is with us, and he will guide us." Before leaving Egypt, Allah had informed Prophet Musa alayhi salam through revelation that when he reached the seashore, he should strike the water with his staff, and a dry path would be created in the middle of the sea for them. But due to excitement and human anxiety, Prophet Musa alayhi salam had temporarily forgotten that instruction. Behind them, the roar of Pharaoh and his soldiers, and in front the vast sea. In this situation, the fear and cries of the children of Israel intensified. They felt as if death was approaching. At this time, revelation came again from Allah. O Musa, strike the sea with your staff. Prophet Musa alayhi salam, upon receiving Allah's command, struck the water of the sea with his staff. Instantly, a miraculous event occurred. The water of the Red Sea parted on two sides, and for the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, 12 separate paths were created. The water on both sides stood like solid walls of ice. In the middle of those paths, Allah also made arrangements so that one tribe could see and talk to another. Together, they were able to cross the sea quickly and reach the other shore safely. The children of Israel were advancing rapidly along that miraculous path in the sea. And just then, Pharaoh arrived at the shore of the Red Sea with his soldiers. There they witnessed the unbelievable scene with their own eyes. A wide path in the middle of the sea's water. Seeing this unearthly scene, Pharaoh's soldiers were stunned. They were witnessing a miraculous event that no human had ever imagined, even in their dreams. But today, it stood before them in reality. The overwhelmed soldiers stood silent. No one could say anything, as if they had lost their voices. At this time, Pharaoh was lost in deep thought. A doubt arose in his mind. Was this some magic of Musa? Or was it truly a miracle of his Lord? A conflict began in his mind. He thought, if my people believe this to be Musa's miraculous power or Allah's might, then they might believe in him. And if they believe, my long-standing claim of being a god will be reduced to dust in an instant. Then my throne, glory, and pride will all be destroyed, and I will be disgraced and humiliated in the eyes of the people. Here too Pharaoh resorted to deception. He said to his soldiers, "What are you standing and looking at? I have created this path. The sea itself has split and made way out of fear of me. Go forward, everyone into the path in the sea." But even as he said this, fear was rooted in Pharaoh's heart. He felt that if this was the result of Musa's miraculous power, and if I enter this path with my soldiers and suddenly the sea water comes together, then we are bound to have a watery grave. Due to this fear, Pharaoh did not dare to enter the sea, but Allah's will had to be fulfilled. Then by Allah's command, Prophet Jibril alayhi salam took the form of a horse rider and stood in front of Pharaoh's horse. Pharaoh's horse followed the horse of Prophet Jibril alayhi salam and advanced onto the sea path. Pharaoh tried hard to stop it by pulling the reins, but failed. Finally, his horse ran and entered the middle of the sea. Seeing this, the soldiers thought that Pharaoh himself had taken the path. So they also entered the sea. Even after the entire army entered the sea, the path in the sea was still intact. Meanwhile, the children of Israel reached the other side of the sea. They looked back and saw Pharaoh and his army coming, and they trembled in fear, because Pharaoh's army was armed and mounted, and they were unarmed and on foot. They were very anxious with the fear that if they were caught, it would be the end of them. Finally, when the last soldier of Pharaoh entered, the sea path and all of the children of Israel had safely reached the other shore, at that very moment, by Allah's command, the seawater crashed down with a mighty surge. The walls of water seemed to break and fall upon Pharaoh and his army. They screamed, "Save us, save us!" But there was no one to save them then. As he was drowning, Pharaoh finally said, "I believe in the one in whom the children of Israel have believed. I bear witness that he is the only deity." Then Allah, the Lord of the world, said, "Now you believe, whereas before you were a disobedient transgressor. Today it will not be accepted." Pharaoh and his entire army were submerged in the seawater and were destroyed forever. Standing on the other side of the sea, the children of Israel witnessed the scene. They saw how Allah gave the ultimate punishment to the arrogant Pharaoh and his army. In joy and gratitude, they raised their voices in unison. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest! Allah is the greatest! The sky and air resonated with this declaration. It was as if they had been given a new life. In their hearts, faith, gratitude, and love for Allah, the Lord of the worlds, were awakened. Pharaoh's power, arrogance, and his vast army sank into the depths of the sea. But what survived was faith, patience, and unwavering trust in Allah. This historical event is not just a story. It is a powerful message. The message is that no matter how difficult the path of truth may be, the final victory is destined for the believers. And the downfall of the transgressor is inevitable, no matter how powerful he may be. If today's story has touched your heart and strengthened your faith, then spread this message. Encourage us by liking the video. Share it with your loved ones. And to see more such educational videos, subscribe to our channel and stay with us. May Allah grant us all the guidance to walk on the right path. Amen.